That's how ready we
Whoops. Well, accidentally, I've just made us live without any circumstance. Hey, let's get the cartridge up. Bam! We're here. It's live. It's stream time, everybody. It's Saturday night. And you know what that means? It means that it's time for Noel's house party. No, we just went through that. That's not airing. But no, it's time for Town on Tour. As always, I'm your stream host, Teeny Steeny. With me, as always, is the Mayor of Town himself, as featured in Edged. It's Shrink Wrap, David Thayer. David, how you doing?
Hello, as featured on another episode of the podcast that I actually produced and published and everything.
Bosh, that's
It's
right.
Actually, the final episode of the first season is now out.
Officially out. And,
Yeah.
hopefully lots of people on the chat have listened already. If not, what are you waiting for? It's like, imagine this stream, but with high production values. That's what the podcast is like. What more can I say, Shrinky? And also, it features more of Shrinky talking in his velvety smooth voice. What more could you want? With us tonight, it's the man, the legend, Neil Slorance. Neil, how are you doing?
Great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honour, and I'm super pumped to show you about my island layer.
So today we're going to Tortuga, the Isle of Tortuga.
The Isle of Tortuga, yeah.
So let's talk about it. So let's paint a picture. What, without spoiling too much, what lies ahead?
It's a humble wee island. It's got lots of wee nooks and crannies, bits and bobs. Definitely pretty turtle heavy, shell heavy, tortoise inspired. There's a lot of that. But on the whole, it's just a nice place. There's nice villagers there, and yeah, it'll be a good time.
I mean, we can't wait. Obviously you're legendary in the WhatsApp group, legendary in the Discord. You're about to get legendary on stream. I don't know why I'm summoning Tim Westwood tonight, but it turns out I am. Let's drop the bomb, UK. In the chat tonight, we got Ho shouting out to Purple Rain. Of course, Neil is one of the founders of our Destiny clan, Purple Rain. One of the Purple Prime, as the real fans might call him, one of the original. I want to say 6. Is that how big a party is in Destiny?
I think it was between like 6 and 8. I think, but yeah.
Also on the chat, we got Screeching Weasel, we got Alexis, we got Lisa B, we got Luke. Every gang's all here. Guys, let's just get into the news, everybody. So we've started to update the travel guide on the website. I want to say thank you to everybody that's dropped in an entry so far on the site right now. We have published Lex's, which is pretty amazing. I don't want to give away too much, but over there you can watch you can watch the island tour video. You can also check out you can also check out an amazing announcement from Isabel that relates to dessert. All about the giant animation house studios. Maybe I added too many animations there, but I want to say Ga. Alexis, let me know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's pretty fun. Make sure you go over there and have a little peep. We're going to be adding more every week, and we just think it's so cute and amazing to have all this stuff together. If you are watching and you want to submit something for the travel guide, and maybe you don't want to illustrate anything, or you don't want to put together an article, we are accepting other forms of entries. So if you've got any questions, let us know on Twitter. We'd love to answer. Alexis says, guys, the scream you make when you catch an isopod. Of course it is. I haven't caught one yet.
They're tricky. They move really fast.
They're disastrously fast. Although I'm quite a dab hand at tarantulas, although obviously it's been a while since I've seen one. Scorpions, I haven't caught one because they are genuinely terrifying, despite me being a Scorpio. Not that should matter. It's a weird day. What star signs are you guys?
I'm the water bearer Aquarius, and with all the hoo-ha around star signs, I was still Aquarius, which is great.
That's good. You didn't get kicked into the next category.
No, I just scraped it.
Shrinks, what are you?
Also a Scorpio, which means I have an affinity with the little scorpions.
I do think we're most compatible with water signs, so I think tonight that means, Neil, you could be in for a good night, my man.
Yeah.
We we didn't have enough time to get these in the slides tonight, but we just wanted to show something from Philippa. Philippa sent in some awesome stuff earlier, and we just want to share it. We're going to share it on screen. We're going to do a little preview on stream now, but then in the coming days you'll probably see it on the other social channels, etc., High School Club social channels. So we're just going to share some right now. I'm just dragging it onto the screen. Bear with me, everybody. I know this is not super high tech, but we try our best to be moderately techy. I just want to share something. Philippa made these lovely models of your favourite Animal Crossing streamers. Don't be jealous, Philippa's.
Oh my God.
I know, right? Don't be too gel. In fact, you can be gel because these are very, very nice. We didn't manage to get a slide together for these, but if we had done, the headline would have been "Honey, I Shrunk the Shrinky?" ? I'm sad I didn't get to put that in the chat. But yeah, these are amazing. We're gonna post about them on Instagram, Twitter after this if you want to take a look in more detail. And there's not a lot of news tonight, so we're just gonna go straight into, you know what time it is, straight into the birthdays, everybody. Who's ready? Okay, so today it's Wendy's birthday. You know that, we covered it last week. Wendy, she's beautiful. She's got the watermelon dress. I hope she had a good day today. If you've got Wendy on your island, you celebrated a birthday with her this week, let us know. I mean, she is obviously a treasure, a real treasure if ever I've seen one. Sorry, my button is broken. Next up, we got Nate. Now, I'm very excited about this, everybody. I'm incredibly excited about this because Nate is a Steentown resident. He's got wonderful eyebrows. He's a little bit grumpy, but we love him anyway. He's very big. At one point, he was my tallest villager. I don't want to get too into it, but I just love him, and I built him a house alone in the woods. And yeah, I haven't really finished that project, but maybe I'll finish it for his birthday this week. We shall see. Next up. Oh, sorry, we've gone back a slide. Next up, August 17th. You know what? It's another Steen resident. It's Stinky, one of the two professional wrestling villagers. He's a wonderful guy. I had to invite him via Amiibo card. He's great. He's a classic jock, but he's also, he's very sturdy. He's got a wonderful house too. August 18th. It's the legendary hippopotamus Rocco. I've never met Rocco. I don't think we've met Rocco on tour. Let me know if I'm wrong. But he's super dreamy. He's green. That's a lovely felty exterior that you just want to give him a cuddle. But that would be dangerous because actually hippos are more dangerous than you think. You look at a hippo, you're like, that's a herbivore. No, that thing is going to eat you.
Well, apparently, he's got a warning shirt.
That makes a lot of sense.
Danger colours.
He looks absolutely. Look at those eyelashes though. Secret beauty underneath there. Next up, August 19th is a double header. It's Alice and Tybalt. Tybalt from Romeo and Juliet. Sorry, from Romeo plus Juliet. The only version of Romeo and Juliet that I'll accept. I don't think I've met either of them. Oh no, we met Alice. We met Alice on tour. She's super cute. What is there to say? If it's her birthday, oh no! Why Kate? Why let Wendy go this week? No, it's okay. That means she's gone on holiday for her birthday. That's exciting. That's the greatest gift of all: freedom. August 20. Living La Vida Lopez. It's Lopez. I think he's a gazelle. I'm not too great with real life animals, but he's got a lovely vest on and what looks to be a dress shirt underneath, which is so stylish and wonderful. He's got a little bit of a kind of sassy face. I hope to meet him again very soon. He's a lovely guy. And then August 21st, it's Wart Jr. Is there a Wart Senior? That's my question. Is there a Wart Senior? I've got to tell you, Wart is fantastic. I want Warts on my island. If anybody has Wart moving at any point, let me know. I would definitely like to steal Wart from you. And then I think finally, August 22, it's Rolf. What's there to say about Rolf other than he's a wonderful snow leopard with a puffer jacket? And because I'm silly, I haven't yet walked to the airport to get on the plane for Tortuga. So do you know what, guys? Come with me. We're going to walk to my airport together. Oh, wait, I'm already in the airport. Look at that. Bosh. Who knew? Who knew I was so organised? So, are you guys on the plane already?
Shrinky's just coming in.
Okay, I'm on my way. Well, I say I'm on my way. I'm talking to Orville. We don't often get to see Orville on stream anymore, so this is pretty good. You know, I just feel like I hope to never take Orville or Wilbur for granted.
Yeah, those two have an energy. I like to think of them as like Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, almost. The same kind of hot fuzz energy between them.
They definitely have hot energy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having to remember the sequence of things you have to put in to go to Dodo Land.
I think it would be quite a real shock because we're so used to the daily routine of Animal Crossing now to just turn up one day and find that Orville's having a day off.
Oh my
There's just a sign
God.
that says back in 15 minutes or something. You're like,
Well,
what?
that's how it works at the post office in every previous game, right? You know, they cycle.
Yeah, morning they've got the shifts. Yeah.
I'd love to know Isabel and Nook shifts because they seem mental. Like they seem like they're just there 24/7.
Yeah.
I can't be right.
Well, I guess it's like Toy Story, except they sleep when your back's turned. Got Toy Story on the mind at the moment. Just watched Toy Story 4. That's not stream chat, unless you want it to be. Give us your
I've not
toys.
seen that.
Okay, well in which case I'll say nothing. Yeah, I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd. Shout out to my Letterboxd account, which we refer to every week. Okay, everybody, we've done it. I'm getting on the plane. People I know has joined the chat. So many people joined the chat. Chilliper's in the chat. Chilliper, thank you so much for those cool models. We're gonna post a closer look at those after the stream. You know, everybody's rocking up for the big Slosmeister. I'm getting on the plane to Tortuga. Let's go.
Hell yeah. I see Shambles in the chat. Shambles also has a wrestling ring like yourself, Martin.
I have seen the pictures. I've seen his NWO shirt. NWO
right,
for life. You know, sadly there's no emote to Too Sweet Each Other, but we can. At one point we can all meet up and shock the world with a Neil Slorance villain turn. Sorry, shouldn't talk that backstage wrestling talk on this stream.
Compliment with the wooden stool.
We don't want to expose the business. But yeah, Noblemon's asking 3 stars out of how many? Ho is explaining 5. I only rate out of 5, and I don't give half marks. If I was going to give half marks, I'd rate out of 10. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'll get away from myself there. Right, here we go. We're flying in.
There's Molly, the internet sensation.
Yes. Okay, I'm already liking what I see. Neil, I'm loving these like I was gonna say crimped edges on the paths. What's the path version of a pizza crust? You know what I'm talking about? The edge bit, the edge of the path, the siding.
A stuffed path, I think it's called.
How do you feel about stuffed crust?
No, do you know what? I've kind of outgrown it. I used to be all about it, but now I'm kind of like, I just want flat pizza or a battered pizza. To be honest, that's a whole nother thing.
I still haven't had a battered pizza, but one day I hope to find out. Okay, sorry, we've got to change our outfits. We're contractually obligated to change. Oh wait, no, I actually have to wait. I haven't got to save 12 ones. I need to de-wand. Oh no, everybody's watching me flummox around my wand. There we go. There we go. We got our official Tortuga t-shirts on, created by the man himself. This is great. Uh-oh, Shrinky, we've worn the same shoes.
Oh, the chances.
Oh my god, that's humiliating. That's definitely feel less strippy now. We've got identical shoes on. Anyway, Neil, lead the way.
Yeah, sure. So I'll lead you into my little front bit. I think you can see early on, like I went hard for flowers. I took a really deep dive when I started off, which isn't something I did in the 3DS version. Like in this one, I just seem to have gone really hard for like getting all the flowers and all the colors. And I've got a little system I'll show you guys later. But as we come in, this is like the kind of front garden bit where we have some little flower arrangements.
I love the fact we've just nonchalantly walked past two tortoises. No big deal.
There's a lot. There's a lot picking about.
Do they all have names?
No, there's too many. But yeah, I've got nice little flower arrangements and a little free stuff bit. If you guys want any little bits of free stuff.
So I just walked through the flowers. Whoops.
As long as you don't run through them, I think we're okay.
Never.
No, although you said you've gone in hard for flowers, it's not flower chaos. This is organised.
It's nice.
This is tastefully arranged.
Yeah, I do like to keep them organised, and I do have a bit up the back where I have like a specific kind of flower storage and then flower like breeding bit as well. So this is my little front bit with just some nice little bits and bobs that bring you up to the town hall.
Loving this. Also, let's talk the siding on the path. It's so good. It feels it just. I'm gonna say it's necessary. This I haven't got any of this on my island, and I need it because this just makes it feel 10 times as good.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. But I'll tell you what, to get all the corners and curves, it really eats into your custom slots. So you can only really do 2 paths, and that's all your slots gone. I wish we could get more at some point, but
I hope it happens.
Yeah.
And then each of these are all just squares of the different path designs, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a nice way to kind of break it up a bit. Yeah.
You must have had to do this. Either planned it out and just dug each square in turn, or how did you do it? Were you changing? Did you choose just one like dirt path and do all the dirt paths first, and then go back and do all the other ones? Or?
Yeah, I tried to just get like the dirt and then do like a dirt here, dirt there, dirt there, and then get the stone one and go stone here, stone here, stone here, etc.
Loving this process.
Yeah. It didn't take too long, but yeah, I feel
it's effective.
Yeah. It does actually feel. This is interesting. It does. So I'm from the seaside. It does remind me a lot of like a seafront. Like garden arrangement. I'm loving it.
Like a bit just off the pier, just off the front. Yeah.
Yeah. You know. People I know is calling for a new segment called Slots is Slots. Everybody, it's KK Slider. We'll get to KK later.
Big man. That's the flag. We'll have to.
Oh yeah.
Stand for the Tortuga flag.
Of course. Okay, so let's talk about this. Tell us. Who's on this flag? Let's get into it. Who is this tortoise?
We'll say it's specifically Herman. That's my tortoise. That's Herman. Yeah, he's just having a nice day. And that one was just like one and done. Just draw a tortoise. That's my flag. Done.
Iconic. That's what it is. How old is Herman?
He is, I think he's about 17 now.
Oh, sprightly young lad.
Yeah. In tortoise years, that's about 17.
Damn. Is he sassy?
He's quite grumpy, yeah. Yeah.
He's starting to think he knows a thing or two.
Does he often come home smoking of the magic cigarettes? Smelling of the magic cigarettes? That's what we're going to call it.
He's that age, yeah. He doesn't come home till like 2 a.m. Doesn't even call.
That's true.
It. Loves it. Loves weeds as well. He'd love this place.
Oh, yes. We need to get him like a tomato-shaped bong just to like get all of his interest in one. I'm guessing he's a tomato lover.
Yes, loves it. As a treat, though.
Okay.
So we'll move... We'll move over the bridge here. So.
Loving the little cobbles, as always.
They're nice to break it up as well. Just to have something more not so straight and not so symmetrical. It's nice to have a wee bit there, here and there.
Oh, look at this! What's this path? Look at this!
So this is my little kind of garden island, like a little square that I made.
Botanical gardens feel here.
Yeah, this took up a lot of custom slots.
This-
But I think it was worth it.
This is sickening. Oh my
thanks.
goodness. Wait,
So-
I just need to sit on this bench and enjoy the moment.
So when I first, you know how you first choose your like island layouts, where you get
Yes.
like a choice of like, I think I chose this one because it was like there was an island in the middle, and even from the start I was like, I want to do something with that little island in the middle of the map. So this hasn't really changed much since I first started the game. I kind of kept to like the same kind of layout that I started with, pretty much.
Wow, so not much not much terraforming at all, or a little bit here and there, or like designated areas. What's your raison d'etre when it comes to terraforming?
I don't. Yeah, it's mostly the same as what it was. I've done like some cliffs and some little bits water features, but I don't have the energy to like take everything up and then start from scratch and all that. But yeah.
Yeah, honestly, this is amazing. Again, back to those kind of like lovely coastal like public gardens vibes. Very nice though, very nice. Like I'm from Portsmouth. This is more of like an Eastbourne or like Bournemouth job, you know. Seaside town where they got some money, you know.
Yeah, some of the good stuff. So as we head
Yep.
off the little square and we go down here, this is like the town. This is where most of the villagers are. And we have a little swing park here with the iron brew machine
Yes.
as well.
Famous.
Yeah, I was so fortunate that my drinks machine was blue, so it was just all my stars aligned for that.
I've only just found out. This is the moment that I found out that could be customized.
Yeah,
I had
Yeah.
no idea.
you
There
can
you
take
go.
I think one of your pro custom designs and stick it in.
I've never really taken a good look at the other like drinks that are inside it, because the other day I was kind of this morning actually I was kind of people I know sent in a request to identify KK Slider Song on Twitter, and I couldn't figure it out, but it did make me go through KK's catalogue and kind of realise like all of the different record labels that he's been on, because there's slightly different record label markings on some of the records. This is the first time I've really looked at the little markings on the bottles, and I think it's fair to say there's some Mountain Dew in there. There's maybe an Evian, maybe a Volvic, definitely an Iron Brew, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure. The best of gear.
Rosie's been
Gotta give those
spotted.
kids some energy.
Oh yeah, that's Rosie. She's famous pop star.
Oh, need to talk to her. Dim is saying he's from Eastbourne technically. Love it. I almost drowned at Eastbourne when I was a child. Terrible memories. I was okay, as you can tell. Oh, Rosie, dream. I'd also like to apologise to everybody for the fact that I've got one fruit within me as right now. That's obviously going to be on the screen for the entirety of the stream. Apologies.
Unless you can find a way to dispose of it.
Unless there's a toilet. Neil?
I don't have a toilet. That's one of the things. So as we're in here, this is like more of the town, and it's more of a kind of squared-in neighborhood. So this is, I think that's Quilson, and this is Marshall's house as well. If you wanted to pay him a little visit, he has a nice house. Yeah.
I've got to talk to Quilson first. You know, 90s boy band haircut.
Yeah. He's a nice guy. When I first saw him, I was like, oh no. But as I've got to know him, he's been pretty cool.
Once you decided not to judge on appearance.
That's right. You can't judge a duck by their set of curtains.
Yeah, and you can't have all the villagers that are all like the nice ones and the god tier ones. It's nice to mix it up and have some different ones, you know, a bit of variety.
Marshall's house I'm liking it. I'm liking the vibe.
It's lit.
And
This guy, yeah.
He's calling me big man. This is getting better and better.
Oh yeah, I gave him that.
Yes. Okay. I mean, I like what I see here. You know what I mean? If he invited you around his flat, you think, you know, he's got his business together. He's got a mocha pot. He's got his cup of coffee out.
I mean, Marshall. I don't remember his house being this classy in previous games.
Maybe it's new.
Impressive.
Yeah. That wallpaper.
Dim saying Marshall is one of the elusive $1 million villagers. One of the sought afters. I didn't know that about Marshall.
Yeah, I really lucked out with a lot of my villagers. Marshall just came as I think one of the first like campsite villagers as they start moving into the campsites. And I already had Sylvana, and I was like, I don't know if I want another squirrel, but I just went for it. I didn't know he was such a god tier villager. But yeah, people go nuts for him.
It's all lost on me. Like the villager black market, I don't know anything about it, officer. Honest. But, you know, I mean, I can see why. Dude's got taste. You know what I mean? He's got the... You know, not many people can pull off a floral wallpaper, but he's got the design... He's got the interior design chops. He's made it work. You know, not many people could have a coffee shop chalkboard in the middle of their living room, but he's making it work.
Yeah, but he had the ironwood kitchenette thing before anyone. Before it was cool.
It's all been ruined now. Everybody's got one. Is he cranky?
I don't know. I think in the wiki he's under as like a cranky villager maybe.
Oh, he's
I'm
smug.
not too sure.
Luke thinks he's smug.
Yeah.
Smug would make sense.
Yeah, you know, I'd be smug too if I was that cute. Oh, dream. So now I know. I'm getting my. So now I know. If I want to make a quick buck, I need to come to Tortuga late at night and kidnap Marshall.
It's just official. So that's Quilson's house in there. I like to make the campsite kind of part of the village. I didn't want to have it like off to one side and like kind of out of the way. I kind of wanted it to be like part of the street. So like if there was a camper, they'd feel quite welcome and part of the place.
That's a very novel like concept for camping as well. You know, it's not. You don't come here for the great outdoors. You come here for the great camaraderie and the $1 million villagers.
Who else have we got? Up here we've got Elise. She's kind of, I think she's a monkey, and she's like, she gives me Jessica Fletcher vibes a lot.
Okay,
she kind of seems like an old lady, and I'm sure she's got a typewriter in here as well.
That's all you need to say. Oh yes. Oh, I see it. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
And she's also got the t-shirt.
Yes. Also got a lovely beauty spot.
Yeah.
She also reminds me of like a broadsheet journalist.
Oh yes.
She's getting the scoop always.
Appearing in a talking head capacity on one of those mystery shows or
I can see
something like that.
Yeah. She'd be like, I knew it was Quilton all along. Never liked that guy. Noisy anymore.
Oh, I like her. I don't think I've ever had a monkey villager. I've had a gorilla. Oh, she's dreamy.
Yeah, a little old nosy lady.
Love the wicker furniture vibe.
Yeah, so good. It does look a bit like a cult just now with all of our t-shirts.
Look, we're all celebrating. Today it's about celebrating Tortuga, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
People I know is saying she's giving him Sue Pollard vibes. Shout out to Sue Pollard.
I think it's nice that the residents heard they're going to be on stream and pull together to show off Tortuga at its best.
Yeah. So then here's our like second row of houses, and here we've got Sylvana. She was one of my first ones. She's really cute. You might notice when you talk to residents as well, you hear a tiny bit of the Backstreet Boys as well.
Oh, yes. Wait, I'm gonna turn it up.
I thought you were about to say you might notice when you talk to residents, you hear a tiny bit of a police siren because that's what was going on in my background at the time. But
that's my time tune. It's just sirens.
Keeps people on their toes.
Yes. Love it. Tell me why. Sorry. I won't. That's enough of that. We'll do that. We'll do that later.
It took me so long to get that. I had to like bring the guitar out for like hours just to get it right. Because you could only do certain notes when you make it, so I had to transpose it all and stuff like that.
That's how much you wanted. I want it that way. It's the town
Yeah.
tune. Yes. Let me get a look at. I don't think. Oh, sorry. I keep pressing. I need to bin my wand. I don't think I've ever met her, but she's wonderful. I mean, no shortage of squirrels.
No. That's why I wasn't sure at Marshall to start with. I was like, I've got one, but I'm glad I stuck with him.
Okay, so I've learnt you're a shell grabbing shell fan. I would
That's
never
true.
have believed it. Okay, but this is again. This is, I gotta say, room quite similar to the Jessica Fletcher vibes from before, except you know, I think it's just a really keen pairing of things. You know, the bed plus the tablecloth. You know, also
Yeah.
the tiles also have a kind of like geometric square diamond thing going on. Love it.
I love how she's matched the bed sheets and the tablecloth as well.
She clearly has an eye for detail.
Definitely one of the more livable houses I've seen.
Yeah.
Also, she doesn't have anything weird lying around like some of the others. Dim's clocking. It's because it's a starter house. That would explain why it all looks so together.
Right.
Do you know what?
That was one of the first ones, yeah.
Do you know what Animal Crossing needs in the next update? No, I don't think anyone's thought of this, but I have now. Chandeliers. Let's make it happen, everybody.
So that's Rosie's house, but you met her. And we'll go up here, and we'll move up the island a little bit. And we'll go past the Iron Brew machine. Best figure.
Famous
How
landmark.
many tortoises do you have on this island? Have you counted?
I've lost count. Pretty much. I've never sold one. Everyone I've caught, I've always put it out. Apart from the one that's in the museum. Yeah.
So these are all caught. I don't think I've caught this many of any. Certainly not of tortoises.
So this bit is quite a recent addition. It was just like a nice kind of little natural walkway that I was working on, and I was trying to get it so it looks kind of random and kind of fidgety, but also kind of nice and kind of gauge it up and not a mess, hopefully.
Yeah, it's almost like you know when you go somewhere you go to like an old town and you can see like through the cobblestones on the pavement. There's like an older level of cobblestones. You know, like the ancient cobblestones. This is the kind of vibe I'm getting from this. I'm loving it. People I know is very curious about how you got so many tortoises. What is the secret?
The river at night and look for a big fish. That's the one. They are still quite rare, but that's the pro tip, is fish in the river at night and you'll get there.
This is very calming. Oh, look at all the pink roses, yes.
There's some interesting waterfalls over here.
Yeah, I think that was one of the only bits of like quite unnatural terraforming that I did, because I just wanted to break it up a little bit and just put a higher level in.
I love the kind of like the kind of elevated mini camp up here. With the hearth. I can imagine that's quite a fun place to sit.
It was very Breath of the Wild.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Which of course we know, Neil. You, I want to say, I'm going to say that you're an obsessive Breath of the Wild player, only because I know, and this has been mentioned on stream before, that you got the golden poo.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing it on, was it Sammy's stream, that yes, I did catch all the Koroks, all 800 or so, just to get a little poop at the end. But it was because it was such a good game, like I didn't want it to end, so I just kind of kept going, and I wanted to stay in that world, so I caught all the Koroks, and it was great.
The way I see those things, sometimes it's like you're doing it because you just want to know that you've seen everything there is to see.
Yes, I don't want to miss everything. Yeah. Don't want to miss a thing.
Don't want to miss a thing. Speaking of space and Armageddon, here's a UFO and some floating asteroids. Are we going to have to get on the orange spacesuits and go and put a nuke in a rock?
So this is just a nice little spacey bit. I just thought because it's such a nice spot for when there's meteors and stuff and stars and things, that this would be a nice little kind of just spacey bit. I do love space and astronomy and stuff. I think there's a telescope in the house as well. I do love Alien. I love Alien's chat. not like they built the pyramids. I'm not pyramid level alien shit,
They're not
but I do
ancient
love.
aliens.
No.
No. Oh
But
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I love how that there's the little kind of circular. Oh wait, I've not got it in front. Little circular path under it as well, making it look like it's like burning a crop circle or something.
Yeah.
Glorious.
I wonder if it gets in the way of, because I know there's only certain fish that you can catch at the top of the waterfall, so I wonder if that's going to get in the way. I guess I'll find out.
I don't know how much exact space you need for a
Yeah.
fish to spawn. I'm having these issues on my island at the moment as I redevelop them.
Yeah, I think that's one thing you don't really have control over is the top of your main waterfall.
Oh, hello.
So this is a diner, which I definitely did not just make today. Guys.
Oh, look who's serving. Yes.
Are we being served, or is that dinner?
I mean, we're being served tortoise realness right now. Also, a little pinball table. I think
Yeah.
it's the Kraken themed one that's getting close.
Yeah, that was just in the shop today, actually, fortunately. This bit was just totally blank before today. I had to do something with it. So I had all this mismatched diner stuff. So I flung it up.
I mean, it's matching now. But to be honest, it's part of the even if it was mismatchy, I think that's like goes with the diner vibe. In fact, that's the whole diner wallpaper vibe is kind of like throw everything at it.
Yeah.
Kind of
I really like the look of the soft serve lamp
Yes.
against the background as well.
It's a nice little touch. I wasn't sure how well my island would do it at night, but yeah, I think that worked out.
Love a corner sofa as well.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the checkerboard floor.
Yeah, I found like in the Able's shop they have like a new feature, and I don't usually go to the custom ones, but now you can specifically search for like diner and it's a floor.
I completely missed this until I went to go get the tortoise t-shirt earlier on, and I was like, wow, there's all these new features that I wasn't even aware of.
Yeah.
Shows you that, which shows you that everybody on the stream deserves a more expert host. But I'm here to discover.
We're all learning from each other.
Exactly.
We're here to ask the questions, not give the answers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mentioned earlier I have like a kind of flower system.
Oh yeah.
So up here is where I breed the flowers. So all these little spots have been like specifically for breeding different types. So there's my pro gamer roses.
Yes.
Philippa
spotted some earlier on, so she knew you were good.
Yeah. This bit's like overflow, so this is like spare one. So if you guys want some flowers, help yourself.
I'm actually looking at the moment. I'm trying to. This is very, very boring, so I don't want to insult the garden gang, but at the moment I'm just trying to get some white hyacinths. I'm sorry to be so basic. That's what I'm looking for.
I think we've got seeds for that. I'm sure you get seeds. These were actually I feel like these are more difficult than blue roses. These are green mums, and they were the last flower that I got. It took ages to get them to spawn.
What about chat? What's the hardest flower that you've had to get? I know we hear about the blue rose a lot, but the green mum harder? Let us know.
The gold roses. I'll tell you guys a little secret. Since I was cleaning up today and I put the diner in, it was the first time I actually got 5 stars. So
yes.
I finally got the watering can and stuff, which is good.
I have never gotten 5 stars.
Me neither.
It's because I had too much stuff lying about. I had tons of DIY recipes and then other like ingredients and bits and bobs.
Did you use the island cleanup thing to get rid of it all? Or did you do
No, I just invited people over if they wanted DIYs and stuff, and then when I had a couple of people come and go, I just went and sold them all. So my house is up there, but here's another part of the flower bit. So this is like this is kind of just like storage of all like the basic colors.
Yeah.
So if you do want some white hyacinths, you can take them if you want.
Oh, Do you know what? I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that for the end because I do think I've probably got scenes for it.
Yeah, so these are just all the base colors of all the flowers that you get. So it's quite cool because if I ever think, oh, I'd like this color of flower for this person's house or for this bit, like I know where everything is.
This is where you store your palette.
Yes,
Floral colours. I also love, I'm obsessed. I don't have a nursery. I'm obsessed with everybody's nurseries, especially when they make them, build a real nursery around the player concept of having a nursery. So it's amazing to see the well here, the little hose pipe, the wheelbarrow. I just love that. I love that it's fulfilling a real purpose within the game, and so you thus get to build decoration around something with utility. I think it's really
it's nice, but it's also like a system. Got to have a system.
Oh, look at these two guys! Look at these two bouncers on the door. Oh, there's another bouncer too. Oh, hello! It's the biker gnome.
Yeah. So this is an old house. That's just a nice little bench outside it, and a little shell stool. We can go in if you guys like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. This is a stool. Oh.
Yeah.
Don't sit on it too long, and you might get thrown into a Mario Kart situation. Okay. Looking forward to this. Who could live in a house like this? I'm just bribing the gnome to get in. People I know says he got green mums by accident. Disgusting. Can't believe it. Oh yes. Oh my, look at this. So much proud patriotism on display. The vibes are so good though. The tartan with the kind of log cabin vibe. Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I wanted to serve you guys kind of like a cabin couture kind of vibes, but also with a side of shortbread.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm all for a little bit of shortbread, and there's nothing more Scottish than the Mona Lisa. Wait, is that the real Mona Lisa?
I think it's, I've got two of them, so I just stuck around.
You've got two real Mona Lisas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something dodgy's going on there.
I know.
Well, there are multiple real Mona Lisas in real life, right? Art fans, is that true? I think that is true.
I don't know.
I think there are.
I should know. Maybe there's like a rough draft or something.
I think so, and I believe there's actually one in the UK that's real, but it's not the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Anyway, this got a little snow globe. It's so homely. It actually does have that. It has that kind of great. Do you know what I love about log cabins? I don't own a log cabin. I've never been to a log cabin, but my conception of log cabins it's a place where you don't have to kind of make it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and there can be a little bit of kind of like mismatching objects, and weird ornaments. Like the owl next to wait. Sorry, this is obviously. I'm about to say it's a tortoise ornament, but of course it's a real dude.
It's a real guy. He's just getting a heat.
Oh, the incense.
Warming his feet up.
I love this room. It's very super cozy.
Yeah, it's just. I like that it's nice and cozy. Really.
I always feel like it must be snowing outside as soon as I go into a cozy log cabin with a fire.
Yeah, I love it. Would you like to see the studio?
Absolutely.
It's on the left here.
Okay, I love all the studios we've been seeing lately. Very high bar's been set by the studios. Looking forward to seeing what's going on in yours. Oh, you know what? This is the tidiest studio that we've been in. Are you a tidy guy, Neil?
I like to be. I'm just a procrastinator, to be honest. So.
Okay. Oh, okay. So let's just. Okay. First things first. Tortuga poster on the wall. Very appropriate.
Yeah. I'm sure Ben sent me that. Thanks again, Ben. But yeah, love it. Inspiring.
Ben and Sammy, the two amiibo poster heroes, providing for the whole group. I mean, there's so much to love in this room. Firstly, I love that you got your kind of workshop wall set up in case you want to do something. You want to take a break from your drawing endeavours, and who knows, build a cabinet. Love the kind of red, kind of bakelite phone. Next, the star map, going back to your love of space.
Yep.
I saw, if Dim's still in the chat, I saw Dim was posting some IRL star maps to Instagram earlier, so I know he's also a big fan of a map. Got a certificate on the wall, Neil. What's the certificate for?
I think it's one of the home ones. I don't think I've ever got like the good home one, but yeah, it's definitely one of them.
And also, not to pry too much into what's going on, but I'm loving your kind of like house stationery holder. I don't think I've seen this before.
I've got a feeling that the mum sends you it at some point.
Oh, I must have. Sorry, Mum. I must have banged this in my inventory.
Yeah. I think this is one of the easiest rooms that came together. I think I remember Charlie saying the same thing. For some reason, the studio is just really easy. It just really falls into place. Whereas like the living room and stuff, I spent ages like mixing and matching and moving stuff about, but yeah, this is definitely one of the ones that kind of came together on its own, really, which is great.
I'm going to tell you one thing I don't like about it. I don't like that if this was my room, I wouldn't want my chair to be facing away from the door because I get scared very easily. And if somebody came up to spook me when I have my headphones on, that could be an inky disaster.
Yeah, you want the window though. You want the natural light.
Yes, yeah, that for sure.
So I think we'll go to the kitchen next, which is on the right side.
Also, want to say, Neil, you're breaking from what we know as the archetypal room order pattern that people seem to naturally gravitate towards.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah. Usually, like more often than not on the stream, we go. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. We go up, left, right, upstairs, downstairs. But you're deviating from that. If it says something about you. Are you left-handed, Neil?
No, I'm right-handed.
Okay, there's questions to be answered. Who knows what it means?
So it's my kitchen. I like to think it was just like a wee natural kitchen, quite light as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
With swordfish on the menu, potentially.
Yes.
Okay. We always talk about the little touches in the kitchens, and today's little touch that I love is the stereo being there. Like for me, a kitchen shouldn't have a stereo that matches the kitchen vibe. It should be a stereo that was like not doing anything else that now lives in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like something that's been handed down or like passed about. Yeah.
Oh, God,
I'm trying to imagine what a kitchen themed stereo would look like though.
I guess it would be like a stereo that's in the shape of, I don't know, a bagel, a roast chicken, Are we getting out? So no Mom Panda's asking, is this a Sahara rug?
A Sahara rug? I think so. I'm pretty sure. I also have a couple of spare ones if anyone wants one as well. But yeah, what I usually do when Sahara comes is I just buy everything in stock and then see what's what.
Well, we see less of Sahara these days, right? I think the spawn rate has been decreased. I don't like to talk about spawn rate. That's the wrong way to phrase it.
She's busy. She's changed up the schedule.
That's right. Her schedule has changed. That's better.
Amazing. Right, I've got a couple more rooms.
Okay. Love that. I love how everybody in Animal Crossing, like in the Animal Crossing world, having a pizza oven so normal.
I do it. Yeah, everyone's got one. So I'll just get this one out of the way. I've got my bedroom's up here, but it is super basic. Okay. It's just
you don't need a lot for a bedroom. You need a bed, and then most Animal Crossing people also seem for some reason need a toilet. Oh, you say it's basic, but this is quite nice.
This is tasteful.
You got the cap in above the bed, so you can dream about being on the seven seas with him, or in a bus.
I'd love to get his little song. I don't know if you remember, he sings a little song when you're on the boat. on the 3DS. I really hope you can get that as one of the music tracks, but I haven't found it yet.
Like, my dream would be that Capin appears one day, in an update, and we get given a whole new set of records to collect. Just because, the Capin, he hasn't had a lot to do in this game so far. He's had nothing to do in this game so far. Why is he absent? Why is he not managing any form of transport? Well, maybe it's because he's off there being a rival musician to KK Slider. Capin, you know what I mean. Capin is, I don't want to say, I don't want to play favourites, but definitely some days you're in a Capin mood, and some days you're in a KK mood.
Yeah, you need both of them.
I'm hoping that one day Capin will just be at the end of that pier.
Oh, one day.
And say, hey, you want to ride somewhere?
One day I'll hope he'll be at the end of that pier, and I'll run towards him, like dressed as Richard Gere and an officer and a gentleman. And
then sing you the wee song.
Exactly. I'll jump into his arms and he'll spin me around.
So we'll go upstairs next.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Of course. Thank you for inviting us.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so Alexis is reminding us that there's a KK song called Marine Song that has Capin on the cover. Actually, it's got a really lovely cover of the two of them looking off into the horizon as they sail across the sea, I guess.
I think I might have it if you want me to put it on here.
Let's put it on. I'll show the art while we're here as well.
Marine Song 2001. I think that's the one I have in my living room as well.
Are there two versions of the Marine Song in this? That's the question. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the art.
This is the fanciest homework room I've ever seen.
So this one kind of fell together. I really liked the floor and that wallpaper, so it kind of fell into just like a fancy room where all of like the antique stuff went, but then it kind of took its own kind of way where it turned into more of like a office / like drawing room, almost like the head of some cult. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the feeling I'm getting from it.
I just love the expression drawing room. You don't hear that enough anymore. You know what I mean?
You don't even. I don't think you draw in it. You just. I don't know. Will we all draw to the room?
I suppose you draw up your plans in the room, like your plans to get a knighthood or an MBE.
Or to fill in your homework.
Your plans on who you're going to murder on the Cluedo board. Oh, I love it. Little wax sealed envelope over here. It's really a great. Also, another phone here. I love how you're very well connected in this house. You never know when you're gonna get that call to. I don't know what. What calls do you expect?
Well, you say you can call downstairs and ask to bring you up, dinner.
Do you have servants, Neil?
No.
Dim says I'm not sure if Dim's pulling my chain or he's giving kind of like a plausible lie.
That's what I thought. Yes, because you withdraw there. Yeah.
I see. Maybe you also draw power from your large set of bookshelves.
And we'll go downstairs.
Matty says it's very stately. You've also been called the Rug King. Screeching Weasel says it reminds him of the Super Adventure Club from South Park. Well, less said the better, I guess.
So, I've all got one. It's my little arcade basement.
Yes.
With the Wheel of Death and a couple of arcades and a little smoke machine. So.
I'm gonna try and beat the Wheel of Death. You ready? You ready?
They say it can't be done.
What happens if you don't?
Oh,
you die.
So close. No. Okay, well, maybe that's probably triggered off like a Final Destination kind of scenario now.
Is that skeleton someone else who didn't pass the Wheel of Death?
That's correct, yeah.
No. Oh, it's still going.
Do you have to stop it?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry.
No.
Shrinks.
I'm just going to try stopping it on the yellow bit and see if that helps.
Okay. Oh, we're learning the meta. Oh, we're all dying.
So close.
So, oh, sorry.
That's pretty much my house. That's everything.
I mean, this
I
room.
really like this carpet. Actually, this carpet used to be in the living room, but I was showing it to my girlfriend Ashley, and that carpet with all the tartan just did not go. It was painful almost.
This has like kids waiting area play vibes. You know what I mean? It's good.
Yeah.
I think the water cooler gives it that waiting area feel in the corner as well.
Also, is this a xylophone or is it a glockenspiel? I can't remember the difference.
Oh, I don't know.
I think we've asked that before and I still don't know. I'll memorise it one day. Also, I love how everybody keeps their train sets like in their basements. I still need to. I think I've only got one. I think I've only got the kind of like mountain style one. I need the other two. I need the snow one as well. Love it. I'm not gonna ask why there's a gas pump down here. Maybe you're like an eccentric collector type.
I don't know.
Shambles is saying the carpet has very strong library energy. Yeah. Kids
Yeah.
section. You can. I'd like to sprawl out on the floor and read a Where's Wally. Notice I said read the fine literature that is Where's Wally.
And that is the house.
Loved it.
I'll get back into classic Slorance.
Into civvies. There we go. Although it was nice. It was nice to be in such a heritage environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that whole place felt like it could be one day a tourist attraction.
Yeah. So we will go around the back of the setting up. This is like my little tool time area, like a little crafting
Yes.
area.
Oh yeah.
Where
Oh.
I just have a little crafty bit and then all the bits and bobs that I need, which is great. It's been super handy, yeah.
Oh, this is really cool. I tried to do this, but mine looks so terrible. Like in the very early few weeks, and it looks so terrible that I'm very jealous of this. I should do it again. Just love all these guys chilling. You need to give them names, man.
Yeah. Oh.
If we come back for a revisit, I want names. Lisa B says it's a marimba. It's a marimba. Okay.
So this is just a little quick outdoor cafe. I think we've all got one pretty much, but I just thought it'd be nice to use the space here.
Well, I gotta say, like outdoor. Sometimes on the stream we talk about this kind of idea of like, what can and can't you get away with, like being outdoors and kind of breaking the suspension of disbelief. But outdoor cafes, they're very natural, they're very normal. It's just like being in Paris and everybody for some reason wants to sit on the side of a dirty Paris street and look at the traffic. I don't get it. All right.
Or indeed just any cafe now.
Yeah, that's very true actually. Parisian vibes everywhere.
This is Dizzy's house. Dizzy was one of my first. You know when you get the first. I think you have 3 guys and you have to build them all the furniture for them to move in. Dizzy was one of them. And he's building something.
Ooh.
Oh yes, we've come just at the right time. What you gonna get? What you gonna get?
A matryoshka? Matryoshka?
Oh, the
yeah.
Russian stacking doll, yeah.
Oh, I've already got the recipe, so if you guys want it.
I think I also have it.
I also have it as well.
But yeah, Dizzy's a weird bit. It's kind of like a dirty floor, but with like fruit stuff as well.
He's a man of nature.
Yeah.
Love his bedding. I love his vibes.
Yeah. He's cool.
He's also one of these wrong-uns that puts their kind of water on top of their hob. That it makes me feel nervous just looking at it. Imagine if he leaves the hob on, that's going to boil. He's going to have a weird fruity mess like spill out onto the hob.
That's how you make jam.
Oh, right. It all makes sense now. Here's a question for you, sorry. Is marmalade jam?
It's the same process, isn't it? It's
So
like,
why don't we call it orange jam?
I don't know.
As a warning, so you don't accidentally go, oh, maybe I like orange jam.
We think maybe sugar content is different. I'm into dizzy.
Someone in the chat's asking if anyone wants a roll, which is
Are
that's
they
big
really?
stuff.
I
That's
missed
top
that.
tier stuff. Yeah.
God, yeah. So who officially at this point in time is the most desired villager? Who's number one now? After now we're a little while in, and maybe the mania over the new villagers is dying down. Oh, Matty's talking about lime marmalade. I want some of that.
Mm.
Okay. And also Kate's saying it's different because it uses the peel. Okay. It's making sense now, which explains why it's a bit more bitter, right?
Yeah. So this is another kind of little kind of nature walky bit that I put in, kind of like a quiet walk, and I've put the little Stonehenge at the top. I kind of wanted to go for like a kind of occulty feel, but the only thing I could find is that little kind of Paul Daniels
I was
magic
about
bit.
to say, it's like we're at the site of the ancient magic of Stonehenge, and also we're going to pull a rabbit out of the hat. So we're still thinking Raymond is the number one most desired villager.
Yeah.
Alexa say it's a friendly looking cult. It's a lovely place to be.
Also, let me just say this: stone circle, magic circle.
Yes.
That could be your line next time someone else asks about it.
I went to the magic circle once. My lovely wife took me there for my birthday, and it was great. That's all I'll say, because you're not allowed to reveal the secrets. But if you're ever in London, hit them up.
And
they'll show you the secrets.
Well, I mean, you get closer to the secrets, but you can't have them unless you become a member.
Like the stonecutters.
Just like the just like the stonecutters.
We'll come down here.
Yes.
This is Molly's house. Molly actually does have a really nice house, but she is not in just now.
So, is there any difference for you between the two neighbourhoods on the island?
Not really. It's just kind of how they panned out. I think like this side is where like I first started and was like, right, you're going here, you're going here. And then as I expanded and started doing bridges and stuff, that's when I put the left side in. So it's just how it came to be. There's no real difference or rivalry or anything.
Okay.
Cherry's up here as well. She's one of my favorites. She was my first villager actually.
Cherry.
Little goth dog.
Yes.
Do you let your villagers go if they want to leave?
No.
Tight system.
No. I know. I think Steenton, you do that, don't you? You let them go.
I do. It's not always. I think that the thing is, it's a flawed system because like I always say, if they ask me in a way that signifies they want to go, then I feel like I can't stop them. But that's really down to their personality type. So it means that I want, because I wait. Who's an example of somebody that would be Jean-Bette, right? One of my fave frogs. She's kind of very considerate. She'll always ask me in a way that gives me wiggle room to spare my feelings. So I'll always say don't go to her. But then if like say Cyrano, the judo-loving anteater, as he recently did, wants to leave, because he's grumpy, he asked me more directly. So I have to say yes, but. Yeah, so ultimately I'll just end up in a situation where my whole village is full of
people too polite. So
exactly.
What they really mean.
Exactly.
Yeah, they resent you because they can't leave, like some kind of cult.
I kind of feel like Cherry and would be friends with Flick. I don't want to group them together just because they've got a similar kind of fashion aesthetic going on, but I reckon they'd be mates.
This is just a tiny little barbecue bit.
Love this.
I think that's a smoker. As far as I know, I think you can open it.
Yeah, looks like to me.
Smoking. Sorry. Shout out to The Mask, which I saw was in the top 10 on Netflix for the UK the other day. Still doing it all these years later. Shout out to our comic brethren. Yeah, love it. Love this one. I've got a green one for the record if anybody wants a green one.
Oh, nice. Here's Molly down here.
Yes.
She's great.
Oh, she's up there.
I'm so glad I got her. I think she's one of my last villagers that I got. She's the best.
She loves meeting new friends. Well, you've got somebody that I love here, and I wish that lived on my island. Melba. And I hope we bump into Melba. Oh, look at this! It's the great tortoise.
Yeah. So we all worship the tortoise at night, and then we throw in a little live sacrifice or two.
Uh-oh. Do you sacrifice turtles?
No, just people.
Surely not.
Before the stream aired, we were chatting about the differences and how one of the two different types of creatures are subhuman scum. It wasn't tortoises.
So that's Drift. He's like my buff little frog. He was one of my first ones as well. I don't usually like kind of the buff guys, or at least I don't like more than one. But I love him just because he's a buff frog, and that's kind of funny. He has such a tiny body, and he's always talking about his abs and his leg days and stuff.
Well, frogs obviously they're super athletic, right? They've got really toned legs and they jump really high. But the thing that I'm thinking about when I look at him is if you lick him, you're either gonna get the highest you've ever been or die.
He does have that poison frog kind of energy about him.
Your Molly comic is getting some love in the chat.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
That was. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I just saw a reading in front of the shop one day to one of the many turtles lying about, and I made a little story about it. I got a bit carried away, and it got to like the front page of Reddit and stuff. It was crazy.
That was the weirdest thing to me. Is because like I saw it on Reddit. It was just like, but it took a second because I'm so used to seeing like all of our pals like work on my feeds, and I was just like, hold on a second, I'm on Reddit, and it was like, oh, damn, Neil Slorance racking up those numbers. And now I'm sure it's been cast into the endless people trying to like clip off your artist tag forevermore.
Yeah. I was quite smart about it. I made sure like I put the signature inside of the comic, so I was like, at least if they don't credit it, the signature is there. So you got to be smart with this stuff. Always sign your work.
Exactly. You come in for the Animal Crossing tour. You leave with cartoonist tips, everybody.
Of course. So this is just the museum entrance, so nothing too fancy.
Now,
you say that.
Yes.
This museum entrance is above a waterfall with two, impressive staircases, many statues, including a giant one that's been illuminated. So
yeah, these are actually the model snapping turtles. So these are the ones that CJ makes for you, and I think they're a bit of a rip-off because they're actually smaller than the actual snapping turtles and don't look that different either.
But these aren't going to wander off.
Yeah, I guess. Or bite you.
Yeah.
They're more prestigious.
Yeah.
Much more prestigious. So I've just today, for the first time since it arrived in my town, I've moved my museum. It's currently in the process of being moved. The banners are up. Yeah, I'm moving it into kind of a more auspicious place after it's just been on my main street for a while.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
So this is Flick's house, and last but not least, this is Melba's house.
Right, I'm going in. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
Melba, I'm coming. Oh, Melba. I'd say I'd love to have Melba and Maple on my island. And I'd love them to make some kind of like, girl gang. Maybe like a Golden Girls kind of vibe, like a young Golden Girls, the Silver Girls. Has there ever been a Golden Girls prequel? That feels like something that should have happened, or is currently on the desk of somebody in a TV network.
So Melba, we've got a wee story for her because she was actually one of my first 3DS villagers, and my first Animal Crossing villager actually, and I loved her. Thought she was amazing, but as a lot of people do, I took a little break from the 3DS one, and unlike this game, if you leave your game for a bit, they just start moving out themselves. So that happened, and then I came back a few months later, and she was gone. It was really sad, but I think I still met her at like they have like a train station bit where you can see your ex-villagers.
Yes.
So I met her there, and then when this game came out, I was like, never again. So this is one of the last villagers I got, like the second last one, and like I properly did the Nook Miles grind for it as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw your updates on the Discord. I remember.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that they can't leave in the middle of the night in this game. That, to me, I feel that from where I stand, that's a downgrade in a way, because I like the unpredictability. I like things to change, but I know that I can imagine that would be met with a lot of resistance from because like we say every stream, because this game is so much more controllable in terms of the self-expression element. I imagine a lot of people kind of have themed so much around their villagers that people not used to that feature from previous games would probably be very upset to find out that somebody's left one day. But I like it personally. And again, that goes back to what I was saying about not being able to eventually I'll end up not being able to let anybody go because none of them will ask me in a forthright enough way. And I just like it that they have agency, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But I do like that in this game that they need permissions. I know it sounds creepy, but it just means like if you do take a break for a couple of months, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that is true.
I would at least try and put it as some kind of town ordinance, so at least there's kind of like there's a choice and like an in-game, in-universe kind of way of explaining it. But no town ordinances yet in this game.
Well, yeah, that's what I suppose. In a way, even though you kind of have more control in this game, you're not the mayor, so you don't have the same kind of control.
Only a rep.
That you might have done.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Melba. She's great.
I love that. So previously, as a mayor, you can't do a lot, but as the resident rep, someone with a lesser title, you could build a bowling alley in the middle. You could like raise the whole island and build a bowling alley if you wanted to.
But can you ask the shop to stay open late? No, you can't.
No. Thanks, Melba.
By the way, I saw on the chat, interesting idea by Nobleman Panda, that maybe Flick doesn't actually like fish as much as insects, which seems to make sense, and that's why they're so small, the models.
Makes sense. I feel like we don't really... Wait, maybe I'm wrong. Do we know the subtext of Flick's enjoyment of insects? I've just always assumed it's like a rebellion thing against like gnats.
Oh yeah, because he's meant to be his dad.
Supposedly, I think before we learned that in the Japanese dialogue there's a clearer link between Flick and that, but it's not present in the localization. So who knows?
Well, that concludes the tour.
Yes, I'm going to give it a round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us, Neil. I think
Thank you so much for having us.
Should we go talk to KK, everybody?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What was the song that came up earlier? Marine song 2001. That could be an option. Does anybody else have any requests? Neil, do you have a specific song you'd like to hear?
I said love the Marine song. That's my living room song.
Right, we're going to be in a situation here where we're going to type it wrong, aren't we? So I'm going to get absolute clarification on what it's called. Let's have a look.
What do I say? Give me that one song.
I think that's the one. And then.
Oh.
Right. So in the catalogue, it is called. Wait, I'm scrolling. M is after K. You see, it is called Marine Song. Yeah, just as we think it is. Nothing special. Marine Space Song 2001. Lots of compliments in the chat. Beautiful island.
Oh, thank you so much.
Alexa says Tortuga es bueno.
Thanks so much. It does me. 2001.
Okay. Rubbing my hands together. Hopefully the music is audible on the stream. Let us know if it's not. We can pump it up. Right on, Daddy-O. We're going in. Oh yes, it's my favourite time of the week. I've always loved listening to KK, and that was amazing because we get to do it together with everyone. It's like such an amazing ritual. Shrinky, what are you doing?
I don't know what's going on. Why?
Shrinky, why are you disrespecting KK like that? God, we finally take you to the concert and you act like this. I may have mentioned this on stream before. My number one thing I hate at concerts is when somebody in the audience shouts out, "We love you." Don't speak for me. I might not love them. That's all I want to say on that one. Welcome to my soapbox. So, gang, it's another week. Neil, we want to thank you.
Thanks for having me so much. That was a great time.
And also thank you for being so present and helpful on the Discord chat. It's obviously that time of week where we drop a link to our Discord in the chat on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, pop on over next week and grab a link. Or if you can't pop over, hit us up on one of our social pages. I'm sure we can work something out. I'm trying to generate a code. Neil, where can people find you online?
If you just search for Neil Slorance, my Twitter and my Instagram are both at Neil Slorance, and on Facebook I'm Art by Neil Slorance as well. I'm going to try and do more Animal Crossing comics and stuff.
Or just check the front page of Reddit. Boys getting that Reddit bread. And Shrinky, where can people find you?
Find me at Shrinkwrapped on Twitter, but I do make an Animal Crossing podcast, if you haven't heard it, called Town. You can find it on the High Score Club website. Just go to highscoreclub.com or high-score.club if you like to use the funkier URL.
And don't forget, everybody, you can, of course, listen to episode 6 of the Town podcast, the podcast from which this stream has spun off from. It's the final episode of season 1. Shrinky, it's out there, and it's great. What should people know about the show, Shrinks?
It's like a mini series, and it celebrates the games prior to New Horizons, and each episode focuses on a different thing, so you can listen to it from start to finish. Enjoy it whenever you want. It's not a timely thing. It's not related to news or updates or anything like that. So, give it a go.
Check out
if you like Animal Crossing.
And of course, like we mentioned earlier, we started to release our New Horizons travel guides entries on the site now. I've posted the link in the chat. One day we'll put the URL on this tile. But yeah, please come and submit something to the travel guide, because we're just very keen to immortalize this moment in time. Thanks to Lex for her submission. That's on there right now. Before next week happens, we'll find a more elegant way of showcasing the stuff on the website. But for now, thank you. Another entry next week. Guys, happy Saturday. And I guess I should say what what we always say at the end of the stream, which is with hope for our continued growth and to celebrate another week of New Horizons. This has been Town. Good night.
Good night.